Good morning, students. Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about the remaining part of our reported speech. In the last video, we were discussing about how to change the tense and pronouns in reported speech from direct to indirect speech. Now there is conversion of assertive sentences from direct to indirect speech. In converting an assertive sentence into indirect form, the following changes are observed. Here, the first rule is reporting verb said is changed into told or replied or informed or remarked or answered. In the second rule, if the reporting verb is not followed by an object, it is not changed. And in the third rule, inverted commas are removed and the conjunction that is used to connect the reported speech with the principal clause. In the fourth rule, all the nouns and pronouns in the vocative case in the reported speech are made the object of reporting verb. And do not use the preposition to after tell or told. Now there are few examples given. You can see, she said, I shall read now. In this sentence, there is no object after the reporting verb said. So we will not use any to or any other thing. We will write only that in place of inverted comma. She said that. And here, I, which is a subject of reported speech, which is given in the first person, it will change according to the subject of reporting verb like this, and it will become she. She said that she. Now shall according to the condition will change into would, read, now will change into then. So the sentence in direct form, it will become, she said that she would read then. In the second example, you can see the boys said we must work hard. Here the boy said that we, which is a subject of reported speech, will change according to the boys and it will become they must work hard. He said to me, I have done my work. He told me. Here said to is changed into told. And in place of inverted commas, we have put here that he told me that he had done his work. In fourth sentence, Ramesh said to me, your song was very sweet. And in the indirect form, Ramesh told me. Said to will change into told me and replace, we will put in place of inverted comma that. Ramesh told me that his यहाँ पे your जो है it will change according to the object which is me. So we will put here my song was very sweet. ठीक है. Now dear students, I am coming to conversion of interrogative sentences. You may see there. Change the reporting verb said to or told into ask or inquire or demanded. Dear student, as we are attempting interrogative sentences, so we have to keep in mind that if we are changing the reporting verb said to or told, we have to change it into asked or inquired or demanded. In the second point, if the question is introduced by an interrogative word like who, whom, what, which, when, where, why, or how, no conjunction is used. The reported speech will begin with one of these words. In the third rule, if the question is a yes or no answer type question, that is if it begins with a verb or its auxiliary like is, was, do, does, have, has, had, can, may, will, shall, etc. Then if or whether is used as a conjunction. Dear students, you have to be very careful in point number 2 and 3. In point number 2, if your reported speech start with WH family word, then you will not use any kind of conjunction while changing from direct speech to the indirect speech. But in point number 3, if your reported speech start with any helping verb like do, did, does, has, have, has, had, is, am, are, may, will, shall, etc., then you have to put a conjunction like if or whether is used as a conjunction. In the rule number 4, the interrogative form is changed into assertive form. The auxiliary verb place before the subject is shifted to a place after the subject, and the mark of interrogation is replaced by a full stop. It's a very general rule, dear students. If we are changing our interrogative sentence from direct to indirect form, and if our reporting speech start with any WH word or any helping verb, then we have to place that auxiliary verb. I'm not talking about WH word, I'm talking about our auxiliary verb. It will come after the subject, and the interrogation mark will replace by a full stop. Alright. Now in the fifth rule, the rules for change of the person of pronouns and the verb as already gives must be observed. ये तो आपको ध्यान रखना ही होगा. In the sixth point, if a positive question in the reported speech has an auxiliary, do or does this do or does is dropped, whatever the form of question may be. अगर आपका कोई एक positive question है reported speech में, and if it start with a do, does, did, whatever, then whatever the form of question it is, but these auxiliaries have to be dropped. Now, in the seventh point, the conjunction that is not used. Okay. And in interrogation, in the seventh point, the conjunction that is not used. And in the eighth point, interrogative sentences begin with shall need special note. Okay. It needs a special note. Such questions are of two types, pure future and request. Here few examples are given for understanding of the interrogative sentences. Suresh said, shall I ever forget her? And Suresh wondered. Okay. And if, we will put here if. Shall will come according to the condition. It will come after the subject. And I is your first person will change according to Suresh, which is a boy. Then we will put here Suresh wondered if he would ever forget her. This is a pure future. Okay. Now you can see here examples of changing interrogative sentences into direct form, into indirect form. He said to me, where are you going? Here you can see this reported speech starting with the WH word. So here you have to write, he said to me, where are you going? Said to will change into asked. He asked me, will not put any kind of if or whether in place of inverted comma. We will keep where as it is in the indirect form also. He asked me where. Here are will come after the subject are. You के बाद आपका subject के बाद आ जाएगा. Or you, which is your second person, will change according to me. Then you will put here I was going. Okay. Now see the next sentence. He said to her, where do you live? Then it will become he asked her where. You is your second person will change according to the object where she lived. या फिर आप इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो where she did live. Now in the third sentence, I said to him, what is your name? I asked him what. Your will change according to him what his name was. Right? Now see, he said to me, why did you strike me? Then it will become he asked me why I had struck him. He said to her, why do you read this book? He asked her why she read that book. In the next sentence, you can see he said to you, whom do you want to see? Said to will again change into asked. He's asked you whom you wanted to see. He said to his friend, what can I do for you? He asked his friend what he could do for him. ठीक है? Now he said to me, why does your uncle not help you? He asked me why his uncle did not help me. She said to the teacher, may I help? May I play now? She asked the teacher if we have put here, because this reported speech has been started with auxiliary verbs. So we will write here if she might play then. In 10th sentence, I said to him, do you really write a letter to your father? I asked him if he really wrote a letter to his father. In 11th sentence, he said to me, has he invited you to dinner? He asked me if he had invited me to dinner. In the 12th sentence, I said to her, do you know how to dance? I asked her if she knew how to dance. So in the 13th sentence, you see, she said to him, when does the postman come? She asked him when the postman came or when the postman did come. And 14th, which way did the thief go? Asked the policeman. Here the policeman inquired which way the thief had gone. And in the last sentence, the teacher said to Mohan, why are you wasting your time? Have you seen all the sons? The teacher asked Mohan why he was wasting his time and if he had solved all the sums. So, dear students, this is all about your reported speech, and the exercise of this reported speech I will send you in the form of PDF. Thank you, everyone.